This is the SisterKeeper February monthly vlog.
Woo! Hello!
I am Amber or Patrice, depending on how you know me.
I am Michelle.
Selena Williams.
And I am Stacey.
Okay, and welcome to SisterKeeper. We're going to start off this month's vlog the way we're going to start off all of our vlogs with the SisterKeeper pledge.
Okay, and the SisterKeeper's pledge is I will be motivated by love in all I do through SisterKeeper. I will lift my fellow sister, and I refuse to tear her down. I will protect my fellow sister, her privacy, and her dreams. I will hold my fellow sister accountable through honesty, direct communication, and tough love. Always, always keep it real. And I will vow to be my sister's keeper.
We're going to jump right into our February blog and talk about it Tuesday topics. Our very first blog of the month introduced our SisterKeeper community to our February topic, which was relationships. We covered relationships on every level. We talked about our intimate romantic relationships, our relationships with the church and with God, and then our friendships and our families. The first topic, blog topic, and Talk About It Tuesday topic was who are you related to? Who you choose to be in your life says a lot about the person that you are and what that says about you. Ladies, what did you guys feel about that first introductory topic and just in general about the relationship topic for the month of February?
I felt as though it's very important to know who you have a relationship with.
That's true.
Because they, some of the things that they do tend to rub off on you.
Yes.
And you may not think about it at the time, but once you actually sit down and think about, well, Lord, I don't usually do that. Because of the people that you're around and things that they do, it does rub off on you.
Birds of a feather.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah, flown together. Wow.
And when you think about it, when you think about your friends and the people you choose to be in your life, and you may say, well, I don't do what they do, and so I'm not going to judge them. But when you think about everybody judges you based on who you associate yourself with.
That's true.
So when you start to look in your circle and say, if I associate with this person, what does that say about me?
Right.
And what is that saying to everybody else about me?
Right.
And is that really what I want to say?
Right.
Is that really the way I want the world to see me?
Right.
Shanika Tyler had her very first vlog. It was called Priority versus Option. Are you a priority or are you an option in someone's life? And our coordinating Talk About It Tuesday topic was, how important is Valentine's Day to you? Is it just a commercial holiday or does it really have value? So ladies, why don't you jump in? And Shanika, let's start with you. What really prompted you to do that blog topic?
All of the things going on in the entertainment industry as far as all of the outside
Jump off
women having babies, Ludacris and Dwayne Wade, and somebody else recently. I can't remember.
There was somebody else who had recently just said they had a baby outside.
I just felt a need to really address that topic. And like I said before, I was in that situation myself. So I understand what it is to go through, being with someone that is with someone else. But, we don't talk about those things. We discuss, we try to avoid the issue,
Right.
But we really need to talk about it.
Yeah.
And be honest, be real with yourself. That's what relationships, that's what we were talking about in February, relationships.
Yeah.
And,
Because it puts you in a relationship with a third party.
Right.
Whether you're willing to admit that or not.
Right.
You're in a relationship with this man, but you also are now in a relationship with this
her.
woman. Yes.
Right.
And now you're going to have a relationship with a baby
Right.
that you did not choose.
Right.
So it really is just a Pandora's box.
Right.
Yes.
And we have to be honest and open and be willing to say, what are we willing to accept
Right.
in our lives? That's
Right.
really what it's about.
That's true.
If you let somebody treat you like an option, then they will.
That's
be an
what you'll
option.
be.
That's right.
And it also destroys your ability to trust
Yes.
and
That's
actually
true.
be with a person, because now you don't even know if this person knows about you and this person knows about him. I was just recently watching the couples therapy and Ghostface.
Yes.
Killer was on there. And
Yes.
He had his girl he didn't even know a year, and then he had this other girl who's been dealing with for over 2 years and didn't know about each other, but it totally destroyed her. The it totally, just broke her down to a point where it was like, okay, I put in all this time with you, and then you turn around and act like it was nothing. That our relationship meant nothing.
Right.
So you have to, be able to know a person truly, and you just don't want to give your trust out. It's very, very hard.
It's
very
heartbreaking.
Yes,
it
is.
Be deceived.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Your whole relationship be a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a very interesting blog. We got a lot of good responses on the SisterKeeper website about that blog. I want to thank Shanika for that, and you will definitely see more from her in the month of March. Our third blog in February was by Miss Selena Williams, and it was entitled Churched Out. And it really voiced her feelings and her frustrations in a very personal but also a very tasteful way about her walk with God and her walk with church at this time. And I'm really grateful that she was brave enough to write it. So, Selena?
I felt the need to do the blog because I am churched out. For years since I've been a kid, I've been in church. That's all I've done. That's all I've known. And I felt like I gave so much into it that I really wasn't receiving what I wanted back. So I had to make it about just being with God. I'm at a hiatus right now. Just wanted to dwell and just within me and God right now.
Right.
So and understand where He really wants me to be, where He wants me to be with my family and my husband, and put more into my husband and being first with Him. And then turn around and then say, hey, I'm, God, okay, so where you want me and my family to be versus just where you want me and my children to be.
Right.
So it was all about learning where I needed to be and loving God at the same time and not having anybody be against me on that. I didn't want anybody saying, oh, you did da-da-da-da, and point the finger, as some of us Christians do. But just be in peace about my decision that I'm making.
Yeah.
Right.
And being able to move forward and knowing that God is supporting me and just being about God. Just, me and Him, being in that one place and a good understanding so I can keep moving forward.
The coordinating Talk About It Tuesday topic was, how has your relationship with God and any stands that you've made for God impacted your personal life? Whether it be a friendship or a relationship. And I think that's a very delicate balance in the lives of today's Christians, in the lives of today's people, is in my personal life versus my spiritual life, and how much do I invest here and how much do I invest there, because we're still dealing with humanity. We're still dealing with flesh.
Right, that's true.
And so how much do you address? And, we don't have all the answers, but it was I'm glad that we broached this topic and introduced it. It will definitely be something that we come back to and revisit, because we're all seeking to be more spiritual.
Right.
And again, I just want to thank Selena for being brave enough to put that blog out there and to put her feelings and her emotions out there.
Good job.
Great job. Last blog for the month of February was really addressing female friendships, and it was about judgment versus accountability. The coordinating Talk About It Tuesday topic was, how do you hold your friends accountable? How do you hold them to the standard that that they can live to and that they've said that they want to live to without making them feel judged, without coming down on them? And we got a lot of feedback off of that particular blog, and I just felt inspired to write it because sometimes I feel like I'm preaching at people. I don't mean to. I just want the best for all my friends.
Right.
I want to see everybody win. I'm not one of those, there's some women that gotta be the best. They gotta be the highest. They gotta be
the top.
Right.
Yeah.
I want all of us to be successful.
Together.
I want all of us to win together.
Right.
And so how do you do that without making people feel like you're coming down on them and you're preaching at them?
Yeah.
I don't really know. I really still don't have the answer to that question.
That's a very hard thing to do without having the person to be in their feelings. Because even though we understand where our friend is coming from, we still get in our feelings, and we have to, coordinate ourselves and get back to where we need to be. I'm like, okay, well, I didn't mean to. I know a couple of times when me and Treese had conversations, and she'll call me back. It was like, I don't know if I offend you. I'm like, no, you was being real. But I know how to take it. So it's good for me. It's good to have a second view and a second point. because I know how to take it. I know how to deal with it and move forward. And some people just don't
hear it from your friend.
Yeah.
You know, it's just hard to kind of
Make it work.
accept that from your friend, but you know in the back of your mind.
Sometimes it does. Because you
because that's your friend.
right.
You don't
want
want
your
to
friend
hear
to sugarcoat
good.
everything.
Yeah, you don't want to
okay.
hear your friend say, "Now, girl, you know that's just stupid."
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to hear that.
And
But
because
that's
you know
what
your
need.
friend's mistakes.
Right. Yeah.
And I meant that when I
But
said
not like that.
yeah, but you'll be like, I know you ain't talking to me, girl.
What you do?
Yo,
I don't be thinking that. No, I just feel like, well, dang, you can't just say it nice.
nicely.
But I really do hope that people don't hold. I had a conversation with a really good friend recently, and I ended up telling her that if you expect people to be perfect and to be able to hear from them or to be able to take advice from them, you will never be able to take advice from anyone because nobody's perfect.
Right.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Right.
You have to really judge people's intention in their heart. And do you really feel in your heart that they're coming from a good place?
Right.
And if somebody's coming from a good place, I really think that y'all can work your way through it.
Right.
But if you think somebody's intentions is kind of sideways, shady, and that they're trying to really kind of tear you down on the side, on the slide, then that's where I think it really messes everything up.
Right.
So, but that was our blog topics for February. I think it was quite interesting. Some of these we're gonna dig a little deeper into in future months, but I want to thank everybody for leaving their comments on the blogs, for sharing the blogs on their own Facebook pages. And if you want to go out and read or catch up on our blogs, just go to www.sisterkeeper101.blog.com. That's all of our blogs, and there's links to our blogs on the Sister Keeper Facebook page. And thank you again for supporting. And that brings us to really what Sister Keeper is all about, which is accountability. And so we just really want to encourage each one of you out there, go to the Sister Keeper Facebook page and start your accountability circle. The purpose of the accountability circle is basically so that if you set a goal or if you have a dream or a vision, you can put that on the Sister Keeper page, put a post, tag the people that you trust and that you consider a part of your innermost circle that you want to share that dream with, and put a time frame to it so that you can complete phases, parts of that dream so that you can reach your dream and that circle of people can hold you accountable. Whenever you post your accountability circle, add the hashtag accountability and we will be cheering for you. We'll be praying over you, and we'll be thanking God for whatever you want to see come to pass in your life, because ultimately that's what Sister Keeper is all about, is holding each other. Please look for more information on our Facebook, our Twitter, and all our social media. We'll have all the information below under this video, and we just thank God for you, and always vow to be your sister's keeper.
Yes.
Be blessed.
Be blessed. Love you guys.